Jake called his daddy. Daddy, come look. Found these hero comic books. There's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman too. There's Spider-Man swinging through. Read them cover to cover. I need more, won't you please take me down to the comic book store.
Hey, and welcome back to At the Table. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jason, father and son team, finally back at the table talking comics again. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a good few weeks. Or actually, it's like airing 2 months
now.
So
we went on vacation. We did a really cool video while we were down in Gatlinburg, and then you ended up back in school. We got busy at work, and adulting happened, and getting serious about school, and things got away from us. But it gave us some time to catch up on comics and do some other fun stuff.
Yeah, so we'll mention a few things at the end that we've done while away-ish, but let's just hop right into it with the books.
You want to mention our new theme song that folks might have mentioned?
So we have we'll drop a link in the description. Our grandfather, or mine, does a YouTube, he has a music YouTube channel, and
the Resophonic Frontman. If you like what you heard with our new kind of lead-in theme song, we will drop a link in the comments in the description below, so you guys can check out some of his music.
Yeah, he already has quite a few songs, and you should definitely check it out if you enjoyed the theme song.
So yeah, we've definitely been reading some comics. We stopped shooting videos because we got really busy, but we fell a little behind for a little while. But we've definitely gotten caught up and have been reading, and I think some of the recent shortages and delays and everything with the comics have helped us.
Yes.
So you want to jump right in? Let's get back to one of our favorite segments. You know what that was?
Carpool Pick!
Carpool Pick. For those who don't know, this is at least every Wednesday when we go grab our books, there's at least one book that Jake cannot wait to get home to read, so it's out of the bag and in his hands in the passenger seat on the way home. And this week it was?
I believe it was Daredevil number 35.
So why is Daredevil consistently one of your carpool picks?
It's just been a really, really good story. Since the start, we picked it up right when we were starting. And it's just consistently been an amazing story to go back to. And it's still really holding up to that. And it's kind of picking up now, but it's still just a really good story.
A lot of action in this one, wasn't there?
Yeah, for sure.
And I think we're finally getting some resolution to kind of the situation that Matt's been in for a little bit. And things are definitely still interesting with Elektra.
Yeah, and the ending was great on this book.
And Chip Zdarsky just keeps hitting it out of the park. I think this was actually our first book that we put on our pool list. Just because I've liked Daredevil, I like courtroom drama type stuff, and it's just been consistently good. I don't think there's been a bad issue since we've been reading this.
Yeah, there really hasn't.
So we do have not a ton of variants.
No, we have a few though.
We have a couple, but what we do have are awesome. You want to lead with those?
Yes. So let's start off with the variants. Starting off with we have 3 Stormbreakers of the week, which are I think our only variants. We are starting off with Wolverine, number 17. This is the Stormbreaker Patrick Gleason variant, Venomized.
Probably my favorite cover of the week.
Look, because it's Venomized, it's already my favorite. It's really good. I don't know what else to say. It's just a really good Patrick Gleason. I like a lot of his covers.
I do too, and it's pretty cool to see like an awesome non-webbed version.
Yes.
As much as I like those, there's been a lot of them.
The shadows are also really good on this book, making it just, I don't know, but it looks really good in my opinion.
Yeah, so this is one we picked up for the cover. I think we have bought pretty much every Stormbreaker, with the exception, I think there might have been one Peach Momoko that we didn't like, but otherwise.
Yeah, that's lit.
Hey, to be fair, we've come around. We've liked the new stuff. We liked all those anime covers. So
okay.
What else you got? I think this one might be your favorite for the week.
So first off, this is my favorite Stormbreaker. This is the Natasha Bustos Blade I think it's number 1.
Yeah, it's the Blade Darkhold number 1.
It's the Venomized Blade.
Now, when you say favorite Stormbreaker, do you mean favorite of all time?
I mean favorite of this drawer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Artist,
of this artist.
Yeah. This has been, her art is really good. She did a early Venom. I feel like she's done a few others. I think she did a Captain Marvel, if I'm not mistaken. But I really, really loved her covers, and the Venom especially has been really good, and it's still holding up.
And for us, at least, the Stormbreaker covers, I think, have been doing exactly what they're supposed to do, which is getting us interested in new and up-and-coming artists.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So we got one more.
So I think this is number 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is Moon Knight number 4, Venomized Moon Knight variant. That is Joshua Kazara, I think. Sorry if I butchered that. I don't hate it. I don't like it. It's not bad,
But we
it's
liked
not...
it enough to pick it up.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's Venom, so it's going to be picked up. And it's still not terrible. It's just not my favorite of the week.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. It's definitely... I'm with you. I like it, I think, more than you do. But it's not my favorite of the week. I think the other two edge it out a little bit. So
I think that's it, actually.
Do you want me to get kind of a head start since it's a typical week? We have less than normal, but I've still got more than you do, right?
Yeah, you want to go ahead and start us off?
Yeah, let's go ahead and run through. I do kind of like these shorter weeks in a way. It makes me think that maybe we need to cut down to start trade waiting for some things that we're not super excited about, because this seems like a much more manageable stack for you and I to get through in a week.
Yeah, and it's so much easier to try to catch up with this than
that. As much as I love grabbing everything off the wall, it's getting unruly. And
yeah, there's
short
honestly
boxes.
been days where we like pick up every single book.
And we just had to spend like the better part of a Saturday kind of organizing things.
Yes.
So first up, I've got a series. I'm a couple issues behind, but I really have enjoyed this series. It surprised me. We've got Black Widow number 12. So like I said, I'm a little behind, but from the solicit, it looks like Black Widow and team are going sort of undercover. It's some type of high society event, tracking down an old foe. I really like this series, so I need to catch up on it. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. This is one that I can talk a tiny bit about.
All right. Well,
I read the first few.
Yeah, because, well, it's Donny Cates. So we've
Yes.
got crossover number 9. I actually have enjoyed this pretty much since the beginning. I've really liked how the first arc wrapped up. I really like that Chip Zdarsky issue, and I kind of I like where this seems to be heading moving forward. So what have your thoughts been on crossover?
Well, it's Donny Cates, so you should pick it up. I think I read the first 3 or 4. I'm sorry, it's hard to keep up. But what I read of it was really good. It was an interesting story, an interesting plot. I would read more of it. I'd go back and read this for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely very meta if you're into that sort of thing. It's been consistently fun. I will do one more before we let you slide in with a couple. This week I picked up House of Slaughter number 1, which, as it turns out, is kind of a prequel series, kind of filling in some of the history of the slaughterhouse coming out of Something is Killing the Children. That's definitely a darker book. I'm on the fence as to whether you can read that one or not. I'll have to give that one some thought. But I finally went back after reading this week. I finally jumped in and just bought digital issues, and I read, I think, the first 10 issues of the original series, and I really like it. I see that I've been missing out. So I'm going to stick with this. I'll get current with the main series and stay on it. I definitely enjoy Tinian's writing, and it's definitely a darker, kind of grittier monster hunter tale, which I kind of knew it was. And I like this book in particular, kind of getting some of the backstory of how these people are trained and what's going on there.
Yeah, okay. I will go ahead and do this one before you get back at it. So we picked up 2. I believe this is a B or a C cover. This is the Batman Fortnite Foundation number 1. That is the first. That is the B or the C cover. I really like that cover, and from what I understand from this book, it is a one-shot off of the original storyline because it did so well. I'm excited to see if they do any more like this, and this was a really good, like the actual storyline before was really good, and I'm definitely going to read this.
Yeah, I think we said this several times during our other videos that particular series was really fun. Even for someone like me who only casually played Fortnite, just to do it with you and your brother and sister, it was really it amazes me that they successfully combined Fortnite and Batman in a way that was fun and engaging. So,
yeah.
And there's codes in there too, right? Just
yeah, I did see a code in there. It does not show what it is yet, so I don't know, but I did see a code in there.
So for Fortnite fans, if you like that original series, or even if you just want to give it a try and check out a way to get some cool in-game loot, that might be for you.
Yeah.
So I will run out with a couple of more to kind of so we can pace it out. We've got your mom really likes the Black Hammer series, and I have been holding off, but I am definitely looking forward to reading this. So we've got Black Hammer Reborn number 5. That's one of the few that your mom will read floppies of. So I will pass that on to her. And Jeff Lemire is a personal favorite, and I hear I'm missing out on Black Hammer. I need to get on board. Excuse me. I'll just cut that out. Let me go ahead and do another before we get you to do a couple. I've got, and I think, have you read any of the Robin series yet?
Nope.
I feel like you need to because of how much you enjoyed Super Sons. I think definitely I liked Damian and Jonathan better together, and especially before they aged him up. But I like this Robin series a lot. So this week we've got Robin number 7, which definitely seems like it might be on the lighter side. There's kind of a romance angle as Robin is fighting in this tournament on the island. I've enjoyed the series. It's just been fun. In fact, DC has been a whole lot of fun lately, ever since they kind of relaunched with the titles. That's just one of several that I'm really enjoying. So what have you got up next?
You can go again. I need to think about this one and get my thoughts together.
All right, Spawn 323. I'm a little bit behind, but I think I've said this before. Spawn, I have really fond memories. Spawn was starting off about the time I was Jake's age, one of the first comics that I really got me interested in other comics. So when we started collecting again, I kind of jumped back in. I've had a little bit of a hard time kind of jumping back into Spawn after all these years, but I keep picking it up, and I super respect the fact that, consistently every week that this is out, it's the $2.99 book that I get, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and get started with this one. This is Darkhold Blade. So from what I understand from this is based off of the Darkhold mini event. I believe this is part of it, and it is about this alternate timeline ruled by vampires, and Blade and a few others are trying to get it back. And this is written by Daniel Kibble-Smith and penciled by Federico Sabatini, I think.
Good try, at least, yeah.
So I believe this is a one-shot that talks about Blade and a few others that are sending the last Avengers to save humanity from these vampires. And I'll see where this goes. It seems sort of like it's a what-if in a way. And I'll like to see how this goes.
Blade, the way he was portrayed, was the one thing that I enjoyed kind of out of that alternate timeline event that was back during the summer that you and I didn't care for very much. So I'm hopeful that continues to be cool. So let me do a couple more since I think you're running out. You've got one left.
I have one.
There might be a couple in here you can talk about.
Nah, there's none.
We've got Detective Comics, Batman 1044. I'm a little behind, but we're kicking off kind of a new event that DC is really hyping up. Is going to change a bunch of stuff for Batman. I think there's big changes coming in general, different writers and creative teams coming, and stories wrapping up, and there's all kind of stuff happening. It's hard to keep up with. There's just so much Batman out there, but I enjoy it. I need to make some time, and you do too. I think we.
Yeah.
So I have been on the fence, and I've stayed on this book, although it's not been my favorite, and this is also what worries me about the new Venom book. But we've got here, We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 9 from Boom, Al Ewing. I liked the first couple of this. I liked the kind of really weird out there premise of these people harvesting these huge deity, like space gods out in space, and then there was a time jump, and things got kind of cultish, and I don't know. I'm a few issues behind. I need to jump back and give it one more try and see if it stays on the pull list or not. But being that one is a little weird for me, I'm really hoping that Venom doesn't, when he kicks off his run with Venom starting next month. I think that's pushed back to, November 7th now?
Yeah, I believe it's just been pushed back a lot. I know that for sure.
So I'm hoping that...
Either way, I'll just follow Donny Cates.
Yeah, true, but we love Venom so much that I'm hoping that lives up to...
It doesn't get wrecked, yeah.
Or it doesn't get too weird for us. Walking Dead Deluxe, number 25. We've talked about this one a few times. This is the kind of the updated special edition in color of The Walking Dead. Again, this is one of those that I'm a few issues behind on, but I wasn't currently collecting when this came out originally, so I'm kind of using this as a chance to catch up and see what the comic was all about. I'm told by friends that really like this series, they really enjoyed at least the first several arcs, so I'm going to kind of see how that rides out.
Yeah.
I've also got Time Before Time, number 6. I really have enjoyed. I didn't read this one yet, but I am read through number 5. I really like this kind of time travel story with these different crime syndicates and the whole concept of smuggling people back in time to better days and kind of black market technology from the future. It's been kind of a refreshingly different book, and one that I highly recommend. It's been a fun read.
Yeah.
Kind of a different book that gained steam for me and I've enjoyed more as it went is Moss. Now I will say this has got kind of an art style that kind of is very computer generated looking on the inside. I'm not crazy about the art, but I really like the story. And this story kind of follows these there was a plague, and some of the survivors have this ability to basically manifest some type of special ability that they don't know what it is. But once they do that, they've only got 3 months to live. So it's really kind of these people wrestling with whether they do this or not, and then how do they grapple with it. And this is following an individual that kind of has a power centered in and around empathy, which doesn't really sound really cool at first until it really gets into the book. I'm eager to see how this wraps up. All right, we've got Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, number 6. I've read, I think, the first 4 of these. Just a fun, kind of definitely off-centered, humored type of, just kind of a fun series about this character jumping through time, stealing artifacts, dealing with things like her ex-husband. The cover on this is, it sums up some of the humor and just the way this book is. I enjoy it. It's different. It's definitely kind of out there. So my last pick before you can close out, and it's a series that I picked. I love pretty much everything by Boom. I think we're both big Boom fans at this point. Yeah. But good luck. Number 5, I've been on this series since the beginning, but I kind of fell behind, so I decided I was just going to catch up and read it once I had all the issues in hand. So can't really speak to the quality of this one yet, but I'm looking forward to catching it, and I trust Boom to tell me a good story. So what have you got for your last?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember.
The Amazing Spider-Man number 77.
There's so many.
There are so much. I guess Spidey.
We will never be caught up. Just accept it.
Spidey is Marvel's Batman. There's like as many every week. There's a Spider-Man book and a Batman book, pretty much. And things, if you remember, things are really crazy in the main Spider-Man title right now. Peter's out of commission. He's in the hospital. He may be dying. He may or may not be able to come back as Spider-Man. I mean, we know he's coming back at some point, right? But that's how it's set right now. So bring in the clone, Ben, who in a weird turn, he is the new corporate Spider-Man who's in this corporation in some type of trademark case, got the Spider-Man name, have trademarked the costume, basically forcing Peter out on top of his illness. I don't know. It seems a little out there for me. I'll give a couple of these issues a chance, but I don't know. I love Spider-Man, but this just seems, some of the stuff that's going on with him seems kind of a mess. And I actually like some of the offshoot books, like the, Web? The one about the school.
I think it's like the Web Academy or something.
I like that. I liked Silk a lot in the Spider-Verse better.
Yes.
Some of the Miles stuff has been hit or miss, and some of the non-stop or the
Nonstop.
Yeah, Nonstop was pretty fun. It's just but the main Spider-Man title has been so hard to keep up with. Just there's so much of it. So
let's close out.
Let's close out.
I'm excited for this.
We have, in addition,
quite a few things to talk about. Before you do that, I want to talk about something that we picked up that I spent birthday money on and we got together.
Yeah, this was a total surprise. So why don't you start out by telling people about one of your new hobbies?
Well, it's not technically a hobby yet because you won't help me with it, but we did get a press. And we got everything to do it, and we're just waiting now. We will probably do a video about it.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We're going to do a video. I think what we'll do is we will twist our buddy Mickey. Hi, Mickey. I think I've already asked you this. We're going to get you to come on. Maybe we can shoot a little bit of video. It's really not too tough to get started with the press and doing some basic touch-ups.
It's really nice, and I'm excited to get started.
Yeah.
We have everything possibly needed.
Yep, so we got the nice, I think it's a Tussie press. It was one of the recommended from the Captain Mark's books. So we'll drop the link.
We got everything, seriously. We're just waiting now.
And we'll do a video from a complete beginner's perspective at some point, kind of how we're pressing and why you might want to press and what you need to get started.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be very fun.
Give me mine.
Well, why don't you tell people what you have gotten excited about?
Give me mine.
I'm not sure if these are yours or mine.
These are mine. Okay, we'll reveal them at the same time. Okay.
You ready?
First off, make a guess what it is. It's a box. Boxes are cool. So, I have been really digging shoes. So, we went to this, it's a super nice Nike outlet where I got a pair of shoes. I've been starting to really get into them. But he wanted a pair of shoes, and I couldn't get him to wear Jordans. So he
Well-
decided he had to go with Adidas.
Well, I needed something. Nike
fit.
are
That fit.
notoriously small, and they don't fit my feet very well. So, luckily for you, luckily for me too, we stumbled into the Adidas store
And we found...
where we scored something on a pretty amazing deal. So
Okay, so Adidas has a partnership. Do you remember the name?
I can look it up.
It's Donovan something. But essentially, they had a partnership thing where...
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. So this is a Venom shoe. So he has done other comic book shoes. He's clearly a comic book fan.
I think he might have done a Joker tribute. I think there's
Yes.
another Venom, maybe a Carnage you mentioned.
Yeah, I saw somebody rocking the Carnages, but these are amazing. We had to get a pair, both of us.
Yeah, we had that. We saw Venom, definitely our shared favorite superhero.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, we've definitely bonded in comics, and Venom has gotten us into it. So the chance to own a matching set of special custom Venom Adidas was too much to pass up. So
we both got a matching pair of these basketball shoes. We're gonna relace them, and we are gonna rock them out to the comic book store and to like comic book events and other awesome things.
yeah, that was fun and it related to comics, and it was just really good luck that we happened to hit these at that day, and we got a great price on them. So it's how cool is it to get a father-son matching pair of these sneakers?
It is awesome.
And Venom being our favorite.
Yeah, it was a seriously awesome score. We didn't expect to see any of these. We were just looking for a pair for him, and we saw them and we knew we both had to get a pair.
Yeah, I did a double take. I walked by and I saw the back, and I was like, that looked vaguely Venom-like. But then I looked over the black box and saw the Marvel logo, and we started flipping out.
Yes.
So then we immediately dug through to see if we could get both of our sizes, and luckily we did. So
Yeah, it's even a custom box.
And I'm pretty sure your mom absolutely thinks it's ridiculous that a grown man is going to wear these shoes, but I love them. It's father-son bonding, right?
Yes.
So what else? Anything else we want to cover?
I
Talk
don't
about our press.
think so.
We're
Yeah, we
catching
talked
up.
about the press.
We have gotten back into playing a little bit of Magic again, so we'll do that. We've still been playing D&D, so we're looking to get the D&D videos kind of spun back up.
Yeah.
So look for more of that soon. After kind of taking a break, I think we're kind of re-energized and ready to kind of share our love of comics and encourage other families and folks to give it a try. Visit your local comic shop and talk to them about the type of stuff you like. The comics these days are not just superheroes. There's a lot of everything. There's even if you are not a typical reader, comics are just such a wonderful medium that we want to. A big part of the reason we do this is to share our combined enjoyment of it and to encourage other folks to give it a try.
Yeah.
So, as always, if you think we missed anything that would be a great father-son read, drop it in the comments and let us know what we're missing out on, something that we should check out. Even if it's something that came out in the past and you think we should check out as a team and maybe talk about on the show, let us know.
So thank you guys for watching. So comment any, like you said, books that we might be missing. Subscribe if you've been enjoying the content. We can post. We're trying to get back into a week. I'm not going to promise.
We'll be back weekly.
But we will be back. We will try as hard as we can to be back weekly.
Yeah, I think so. We both have really missed this, and we need the diversion. So we will get back on this and get back on the D&D content. And I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
So, again, check out your local comic shop. For us, it's Brainstorm Comics here in Frederick. If you're in our area, stop by. Tell John that Jason and Jake sent you. Check out some cool comics. One other thing, we should say hi to our buddies. We've also, in addition to comics, one of the things we've been doing in our downtime is playing some Rise of Kingdoms.
Oh, yes. That's what I've been doing.
We should give a shout out to our pals and our Alliance VG. In fact, Jake has been sitting here handing out titles while we record, which I think he thinks is hilarious. So say hi to those folks, and maybe at some point we'll sneak in a Rise video on here. That's been a fun game too. Something else and something else we've been doing, father and son.
Yeah.
So.
But thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. We will try to be back weekly, and we'll just thank you guys for watching.
Yep. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, Jake called his daddy. Daddy, come look. Found these hero comic books. There's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman too. There's SpiderMan swinging through. Read them cover to cover. I need more, won't you please take me down to the comic book store. Who's your hero now? Who's your hero now? Put the dog in the yard, put the kids in the van, and he rode them on out to the comic book stand.